She really hates him, it's really true.
Oh, testing 1, 2, 3. You know, welcome to My Wife. My Wife Hates Me. Rich Voss, Bonnie McFarlane. I got on Facebook or something. It said memories. You know, you have past memories, and it was like 13 years ago we started this. I think it was like that long ago, and it feels just like yesterday. But I think it said 13 years. That's a long fucking time. And we've made $400 in 13 years.
And you've never once looked up into the camera?
We didn't have the camera the whole 13 years, and I have been looking at the camera. So I'm starting off positive.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Here we go, to start a fight.
Who, me?
You
Or
have
you?
such intimacy problems, you can't even look into the camera. You're like, that's too intimate for me. That's so funny.
That's it. That's your prognosis. Yeah, go ahead. That's what you think, and I can't.
Well, why do you have such a problem with it? Like, why do you love staring at yourself in the...
I don't love staring at myself. It seems just, I don't know, more.
What if when you did stand-up, you only looked down? Would you feel like that was right?
I usually only do look down when I do.
I mean, if you were, okay, let's say you were turned to the back wall the entire time you did stand-up.
Well, that's a pretty...
Bold thing to do when you're doing stand-up?
No, it's a pretty bad comparison. My back isn't turned to the people here. I'm still looking. Sometimes I go like this, look around, look
But there's no
down.
reason to look around. You could just look at the camera, look at me, look at the monitor.
You don't.
You don't need to look around.
You don't look in the camera the whole time. I'm looking at you right now, not looking into the camera. You're looking at me.
Yeah, what? Did I say 3 things?
What 3 things? What do you mean? Did you say 3 things? What are you talking about?
Oh my God. This is what it's like having a conversation with this
Wait,
man
what do
now.
you mean you said 3 things?
There's 3 places you can look.
You didn't say that. You didn't say there's 3 places you could look. What named the 3 places you said?
I said you could look at the camera, at me, or in the monitor. You don't need to look around.
But you didn't say those 3. You just said you don't need to look around.
No, I didn't.
You
Oh
said
my
you don't-
God.
You said you don't need to look around. You never said. The
I
3
said I
things.
may have said you don't need to look around. You can look at the camera, at me, or in the
You
monitor.
didn't. Now you did.
Okay, we'll just play it. There's the clip. Let's go. We got it. We got it because I did say that. Of course,
I don't
said
think
it.
you said it. I think you just said you don't need to look around. I think that's what you said. And
But
I think
also,
you think
okay,
you said the other
oh,
thing. It's stupid.
I did say the other thing. Stop it. You're making me feel crazy. I did say the other thing, and it will be proven.
It will be. And what if you're wrong?
I am not wrong. I said it.
I don't think it doesn't matter. How was your week? Oh, no.
Can we get Nick to say that I said it?
Nick, come here. Nick. Oh, he probably walks out of the room. while
He's
we're
like,
doing
I
this.
don't listen to this shit. I gotta edit it.
Oh, he's nowhere to be found. Nick is doing another podcast.
Oh, sorry. I had my mic muted. Hello.
Good answer.
Did you hear her say, do you know what the discussion is? It's already starting off on the wrong foot, and I was being positive, but we'll bring it back. Mm-hmm. Did she say there's only 3 places you need to look? Or did she just say you don't need...
I might not have said the words, there's only 3 places you need to look.
Okay.
I said, you don't need to look around. You can look in the camera, in the monitor, or at me.
Yeah, I think it was the essence of it. I do remember that.
See?
Go back to it. We'll see. There's a clip right there, and we'll see.
But it
we
doesn't
don't-
matter. It doesn't. The point being is that it didn't. The argument is what you're looking for, not
I
the
know.
actual effect of taking in. Oh, I could 1, 2, 3. Well, because you're like this the whole time. It makes no sense to me. Put a fucking piece of gum in and start chewing into the mic. Like, we made $400. I wonder why. It's a terrible podcast. Why do you think that is? Because you will not, you're incapable of changing.
Wait, you think, first of all, it's not a terrible podcast. People email me all the time. Love it. Don't quit. Da, da, da.
People, she doesn't talk into his mic. Like, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Speak into it.
People can hear me. Are you kidding me? You think you got to be right on top of a mic like this? You know how mics work. When you're on stage, you don't put your mic like this.
I do. This is how I do it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Well, it's not. You don't need to because it picks up. You know, mic technique. 1, 2, 3. You know the 3 things you do with the mic technique. So anyhow, look, we need a new name when we start our new podcast in the studio. What do you suggest? What were some of your ideas?
To the moon. But then that sounds like a
Sounded
space. Well, you know how, like,
That's
to
what
the moon, Alice.
that was. The honeymooners.
Yeah.
Oh, we should call it the honeymooners.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Sure.
Can we get in trouble stealing it?
I think you're allowed to use the word the, and you're also allowed to use the word honeymooners. And also, the honeymooners was from over 100 years ago. Like, who from that show is going to contact us and sue us? Like, this is the thing. This is what's so amazing about Rich. He'll stress about that. He'll think about that. He'll want to know about that. He heard one time somebody will sue you one time a long time ago. It's never left him. Look into the camera. Not a thing. Not a thing.
Do you think you're a bird? I look into the camera. I look around. I'm aware of my surroundings. That's how you got to be natural like this. Like, hey, see what I mean? See how natural this is? That the camera picks you up. You don't pick the camera up. You ever, like, when you're taping something?
You always say, like, I'm so aware of my surroundings, but I don't think you are.
I'm very aware.
Well, the last time we went to TJ Maxx, I came out. We walked to the car. I was holding all the bags. I said, "Hey, why didn't you take one of my bags?" You go, "Oh, I didn't even notice."
No, I was doing something, carrying something, and it was only one bag, maybe 2 bags. I don't know. But you grabbed them. That's what happened.
But the excuse you gave was I didn't notice. So I'm just curious if you're so aware of your surroundings.
I was looking around the surroundings to make sure we made it back to the car safe.
No, to make sure no one saw you not helping your wife. You're like, there's no one looking. That's how you notice your surroundings.
Are we going to call it the honeymooners? Do you like that? I like it.
Okay. Fine.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good name. All right, if someone writes a better name, and we got to figure out who's going to be our first guest.
I thought we already said it.
I don't remember. I mean, I do. We mentioned a couple names. Oh, I don't know if he'll do it until we do his podcast. He keeps asking me, but I'm always out of town.
Oh, well.
He said something about it. He goes, "Yeah, I'm not going to ask you."
We'll do a duo. Like, then they can put it on theirs, we'll put it on ours.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, I'm going into New York next week, so I'll see him and discuss it. How does that sound to you?
Great. I hope we bring this same energy over to our new podcast.
Oh my God!
Just listing and going to. Oh, I gotta get up. I gotta go upstairs and clean the kitchen, I guess, after this.
Want to call it the list?
We just have Joe on.
Sit in the corner every night. Well, Bonnie, I say, did 85% of all the Christmas shopping. We're done. Maybe 90%. She's pretty good on top of it. Decorated the house, all in between doing crossword puzzles. But I mean,
crossword puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles.
I also did crossword puzzles.
Oh, you're a better person now that you do all those puzzles. So anyhow, that's
how
good.
did I get? How did I get slammed for doing all the work?
I'm telling you,
because I did a.
I'm saying I'm building you up. I'm putting you on a pedestal.
Oh, you're a better person. That was really building me up.
Well, the house looks great. We have lights, a new welcome mat. Are we going to keep that welcome mat the whole year, or do you just put it out during the holiday season? Or you haven't decided yet?
I don't think we're going to keep it out. It says Happy Holidays.
Okay, but just holidays throughout the year. This isn't the only holiday.
I hope you're getting something out of this.
What?
People.
They are getting
I'm certainly not.
So, everything.
And who did all the wrapping?
Oh, I was saying that you've done 85 to 90% of everything. I got a couple gifts, but you wrote a list and you checked it twice. So, and
you still don't want me to send your sister something.
Here's the thing. We've been sending her stuff for the last 2 or 3 years, and they always say it's better to give than receive. That's not true. It's good. It's great to give, but every now and then you'd like to receive, to see that person appreciates what you're giving them throughout the years.
Yeah, but if the receiving is not in the equation, then you just keep giving.
No, eventually you got to stop. If you kept, let's say,
if you kept giving in terms of buying all the gifts and doing all the wrapping, you should stop that at some point if the other person doesn't ever
no, if the other
reciprocate and do it.
No, that's not true, because you're not giving personally to me. You're helping me and helping our family.
How about next year you do it all?
What's that? I don't want to list the things I do. Then you'll get mad.
I'm not asking who does what or a division of labor. I'm asking how much do you give?
I give, the overall equation of keeping this house and the wheel turning, you do things and I do things. We both do things.
There's no reason to defend yourself. That's not the question. That's not the question. That's not the question. No, you already admitted that I did 90% of the Christmas stuff. So there's no reason to defend yourself. It's people. No one watching is like, I bet he does absolutely nothing in any other area of their relationship. I bet he does absolutely nothing. No one's thinking that. They're like, oh, he doesn't do any of the Christmas stuff. That's all they're thinking. Because that's what you told them.
I didn't say you did 100%, so that doesn't mean I don't do any. I do some, not much.
Okay.
I'm a last-minute guy when it comes to the holidays. I always was.
It's exhausting talking to you. You don't have to defend yourself.
I'm not defending myself.
Yes, you are. You're like, I do other things. It's like, okay, I think people believe that. That's fine. That's a given.
I'm bringing up.
I'm asking about not giving to your sister.
Okay.
You told me don't send her a gift this year, which you weren't giving her anyway. I was, but you told me not to stop giving.
If every day you went to our neighbor's house and say cut their lawn every week, and they never said thank you, would you keep doing it?
First of all, your sister is not your neighbor; she's your sister. It's different. You have one living family member left.
No, I have 4. I have my kids.
Okay, you're right. Sorry, yes. I meant from your growing up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
From your direct family.
I'm surprised.
Not with another woman. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised you don't go, you know what I mean, jelly bean. What? Anyhow, I don't know if you want to send her something, but look, I don't mind sending my dad's wife something every year. I think it makes her feel better. I think.
But you don't do it. I do it.
Yeah, but it comes from both of us. There's, and I think she appreciates it and makes her feel better. I don't know if my sister appreciates it or makes her feel better.
Who cares? It's not. It's the point is that you do the thing that you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, I know sending my dad's wife, Lila, something every year. I'm 100% all for it. I think it's and you're good online. You're good, at finding those, food deals and the bagel deals. You've done it. You're good at it. So be proud. Take it in. That's, I'm glad you do it because you're good. I might send fucking something.
This is where he thinks he's slick. He honestly thinks he's getting one on.
I don't think I'm getting one over.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh, you're good at that. Oh wow. You're good online. You're good at finding food deals. Like he doesn't even know how to articulate it, and he's like,
"What do you mean I don't know how to articulate it?"
You're good at getting food deal. Like what are you talking about?
The stuff you send, from those different companies.
Gift baskets.
Well, they're not gift baskets.
They are gift baskets. They're Hanukkah gift baskets.
With food in them, a gift basket? No, you send steaks and...
I have done that in the past, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you're good. You're good.
You're good at it. You're good at finding those deals.
You're good. Take it in.
You're good at putting in an address in the address line. You're good at putting your credit card in there.
That's good.
Oh, you're good. It's
what?
Ay.
What?
That's what we should call the podcast. I say ay like 7,000 times a day.
Oh.
Ay.
Over the weekend.
Ay. Well, I don't know what this story is, but I guarantee you it's going to be something about where he worked and some issue he had with it that no one else cares about. Take it away, Rich.
I thought you were trying to choke yourself.
I mean, I shouldn't have brought attention to my necklace because in doing so, it's brought attention to yours, although I'm sure there's no way that it could go unnoticed. Someone said to me the other day, it's like...
Oh, what did they say?
It's like a Jewish rapper. It's so bizarre. I've never met anyone in my life who, I guess because I'm Canadian too, we don't have such a strong hold on our identities the way that... I've never met anyone who's so into their identity. I've never met anyone like that before. It's like you should be able to go through life like not so into your identity that you can't change if some new thing comes along or some.
Look, I don't want to get into politics.
I'm not talking about your this, but this is a response to what's going on.
No, because
obviously.
I always had that Jewish star, even way
but
before
not that this is.
And I've always had my tattoo that said "Never Again." I've always believed in.
And somebody else the other day was like, I'm the one who has to field all these things. Like, what's going on with his jewelry? It's a lot. I'm like, I guess, I don't know. People are wondering if you're okay. I'm
or do they talk like gay men when you respond?
Is he all right? I say, I don't know. I mean, I would love to be one of those wives that's like, darling, it's what he loves, and we let him do what he loves to do. But I can't. I'm like, I know, it's not me.
Well, you agree.
Me.
Don't agree with them. Stick up.
I go, what? I don't, but I want to stick up for you, but this seems... When certain things just seem so
he likes it. That's
crazy.
All you have to do is say he likes it.
I do. I go.
That's it, bing.
He likes it, and I've asked him why, and he has no further answer than he likes it. So I guess that's all we're going to get.
That's all I need.
No, they listen. They want to psychologically understand you as well, as do I.
One or two people probably at the stand or something, or
it comes up. It comes up.
You bring it up probably somehow.
I tell everyone the same thing. He was molested by someone with a lot of jewelry in a funeral home, and that is what happens to people.
You shouldn't say that. That's not
by a priest with a backwards baseball cap. It happened.
Why would I have a priest? I never even came.
And that's when, and that drove you to Judaism.
That drove me to it, not my parents. Well, Saturday I did who cares about the private show? It was so much fun. You ever go into those private shows? I don't think you do as many. Well, you do. A lot of your private shows are in clubs for like teachers or whatever. They're like in clubs. And I had to do one in a banquet hall.
Okay.
And you ever go into them mentally going, oh, this is going to fucking bite. This is not, they all know each other.
I only think it's going to be bad if there's big round tables.
Well, that too. Yeah. But
when I see big round tables, I go, uh-oh.
Because somebody's going to sit with their back turned to you, facing
it's just they're too far from the other people who are, it's you got to be packed in tight for comedy to really be great.
Well, there were big round tables. I go,
oh boy.
Well,
you got to do a lot of crowd work with a big round table.
That's exactly. There was I had this one guy open. He had a tough time, but he, got him to at least focus and pay attention. And then I went on and I did truly, like you say, an hour or more of just crowd work. Because it was all one business of everybody that.
And that's all they want. That's all they want.
But there was a back table of Latinos and Latinis or whatever.
Latinis?
The ladies. The ladies.
Oh my God.
Latinos and Latinis.
Have you been alive this long? I mean, are you kidding me? Latinis?
What?
How does no information get into your brain? I don't understand it. You've got the best firewall on your brain. No one can crack it. No one can get in there. Latinis. It's a new drink.
Well,
I'm not even going to tell you the truth because that's. I mean, you must know the truth. Now you're just pretending to not know the truth.
Latinos. What are the ladies' names? Latinos are guys, right? Or all?
All or men.
Okay.
Just like you say, like in English, you say like mankind means all women or men.
Yeah. Well, Latinos.
Or if it's just women. Okay.
Latinos. No, Latino. What is it?
How could you not? There's two choices.
Latinos.
Okay, let's try a different vowel on the end of it. You tried I, that was incorrect. Latino. Go through your vowels. Do you know your vowels?
Latines. What? I did all of that.
Let's shorten that vowel sound.
Latina.
There you go.
Oh, it's Latina?
Oh my God. I would use this as a clip, but it honestly makes them look too dumb. I can't, then now I'm back in the situation where I'm like, that's my husband. Yeah, didn't know Latina. Didn't know the word Latina. Thought it was Latini.
Latinis, I said.
Latini.
Latina. Well, the back table of Latinos and Latinas.
You could just say Latinos if they're mixed.
Yeah, they were the best table, And
they didn't hear you say Latini, and I bet that might have changed things.
It was so much fun that
I have a sister who's mentally disabled, and she does not wear me down like this.
How am I wearing you down?
It is.
You shouldn't have to correct everything. I mean, just let it roll off your chest or
but
your back.
So many things. We're watching a show on Paramount. Now, he's been saying Paramount for as long as I remember. But we never watched a show on Paramount before, so it would come up once in a blue moon. He'd say, "Oh, let's look on. It's on Paramount." I just let it go. Occasionally, I'd say it's Paramount. It never went in because it doesn't. He's got the firewall. No. Then we started watching a show on Paramount. He keeps saying Paramount, Paramount, Paramount. I go, you have to say Paramount or I can't watch the show with you. It's Paramount, like mountain. I go through a whole thing. I go, it's Paramount. Okay. Literally an hour later, he goes, do we even have Paramount on our TV? I go, Rich.
No, we have Paramount Plus.
Stop.
No.
Let me tell the story exactly as it happened.
Okay.
I come downstairs. He goes, do we even have Paramount on our TV? I go, Rich, what is it? He goes, Paramount Plus.
What?
After I'd explained mount. He thought I was correcting him on the plus part. Paramount Plus. No, it's Paramount.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I even looked it up. I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm saying it incorrect.
You looked it up.
I asked how to say it on the phone.
And what did they say?
Paramount. I was like, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's so deeply embedded in there. And still, even now, even after all this, even after weeks of me going, it's Paramount.
It's not
and I try to say it very gently because he's easily triggered on these things. Like, let it go. Who cares? Which is fine. Who cares? It's true. It's a small thing, but it's there's something in me that goes, how is he not learning this? That's the part that's bothersome. Not that he's making mistakes. It's like that he has no ability to get the actual thing in his brain.
No learning curve.
No. It's like in 1977, he said, no more. I won't put one more new bit of information in my brain. I'm not doing it. And I'm surprised he learned my name.
Okay, so what are you saying about? Is that the whole story? Are you done? Or
to this day, he will go. It's on Paramount. Paramount. So it still comes out every time as Paramount.
That.
Do you want to discuss why that happens? What do you think is going on in that brain of yours?
Nothing's going on. I just,
I could guarantee that's true. There we have it. That's the answer, folks. And moving on.
Yeah. What you really think you're better than me and you're like a doctor?
You just said you.
What?
You just said Latinis. Okay, so you have no leg to stand on whatsoever. You can't. Now, you got to just go, well, I'm kind of dumb. You have to just say it out loud. Kind of dumb. You have to. It has to come out. Because if you don't, that's one more thing you don't know.
Oh, I'm dumb?
We all are. We all have our blind spots. We all have our.
I don't know everything. I'm going to admit that.
Okay. That's a great start. So when you say something like, Latinis, right after you say that, and you go, "Whoa, that's not right. I might be dumb." That's what you got to do. You got to you got to like let it, because otherwise it scares people to think like, he's making these gigantic mistakes and doesn't have any idea that he's not the smartest man in the world.
I never said I was the smartest. There's always time. There's always room to learn. There's always room to learn. That's my motto. That's
a motto he learned in 1976, clearly.
I thought it was 77.
No, that's where you stopped learning.
Oh, so 76 to 77 was all learning.
You could still get a few mottos in.
Listen, I'm not perfect. I know that. I'm not perfect, and there's things I don't know, and there's little things I make mistakes with. But you have to realize most of the people know what I'm talking about.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, my dog, I kind of know most of the things my dog is trying to tell me. Do I think that my dog should be driving a car? No. It's yes, people will get okay, I think I get what he's saying. That doesn't, do you think people go, oh, he's pretty bad. Do you think if you went into a bank and was like, oh, is it okay if I go ahead of these martinis, these Latinis? Do you mind? These Latinis were in line ahead of me. Do you think that they're going to be like, this guy's pretty bright. This guy, oh, it's just one mistake that he made, but I bet he's smart in every other area. No, they're putting into their head. If you go, oh, I'm watching this show in Paramount, they go, oh, it's clearly spelled Mount. There's a mountain right on the icon, whatever it's called, the
Oh, they have a mountain?
Brand. Yes, Paramount is a mountain. I believe I pointed that out to you the day I was trying to teach you, but once again, of course, me.
Oh, look, it's a mountain. Well, you were right at that. Look at that. It's a fucking mountain. Crazy.
I'm just saying that even though they'd go, I bet he's talking about Paramount, they're not going to go, I bet he's really smart. I bet he's a bright guy. No, they're going to go, oh, this guy might be disabled. They're going to look at your backwards baseball cap. They're going to look at your jewelry, and you're going to be saying words incorrectly, and they're going to go, oh, okay. Do you find people talking to you a little bit like, all right, okay, yeah, look, come sit over here? No. Well, they're about to. You're going to start to notice it now.
Well,
because they're not going to think you're like this. You're going to go, I'm a comedian, and they're going to go, okay, honey. Where's your medication?
Oh, brother, please, let me tell you something.
If they saw you do stand up, then they go. But I think people also, when you're saying words incorrectly or whatever you're doing that's bizarre, they take it as you're this character, which I think I also, when I met you, was like, what a character. And I enjoyed that character. I thought it was funny. I didn't realize how much work came along with that character. It's a lot of emotional work to get through to the real person behind all the
real
things.
person.
And I think even me, for many years, thought when you were doing these mistakes, you were doing it to get laughs. And then at some point I was like, oh no, he thinks it's Paramount. Oh no.
Well, Paramount wasn't around back
then. Okay. See,
okay.
Or he'll argue stuff like that where you're like, you have to know what I'm talking about.
I know I make mistakes. I made tons of mistakes on radio. I've made mistakes.
Yes.
But
yes.
The bottom line is I'm a good person. And
that's not even in question. That's not even on the table.
Okay, well
that's not even not one single person listening to this is like, I bet he's a bad person. No, that's not even, that defense doesn't need to be made.
Okay,
because that's not the thing in question. The thing in question is, do you have a learning disability?
No.
Is your brain playing tricks with you? Are you faking? These are all questions that need to be known. Do you make mistakes?
Yeah,
think, this will get me attention, and I'll keep going with it.
Sometimes I'm not paying attention. I just say,
okay, that's actually the thing that I think is going on, where you're not asking very much of your brain unless you're on stage.
That's not true at all.
Then you're just not.
You don't think I figure other stuff out? When I built,
I think if you have to, you do. But I think just in general, you're asking questions that I think you're just saying the first thing that comes. You're not really thinking a lot, I think. When you're speaking to me, a lot of times you ask questions sometimes, and then you get mad if I'm sarcastic or whatever. But sometimes the question is like it's weird. You're like, what?
Yeah, but I think some of the questions you ask me are weird, but I answer them. I don't make fun of you that much. I mean, you've asked some dumb questions, and, I go, well, she doesn't know everything. Well, so I got to
no one's expecting perfection. No one's expecting perfection, but people are saying like the 400th time you use the word Paramount.
Okay, I won't say it again.
It's not that. But see, that's the thing.
I've learned. It broke the firewall. Paramount.
Okay.
Paramount.
I guarantee you he's going to say Paramount tonight. You want to watch that show on Paramount? Mount.
Well, I'll tell you, Paramount, boy, you think, how are these shows getting all these big time actors? Or, I mean, some of them
They're
are
paying
older.
them.
They're paying them big money. But then yesterday I called Xfinity because we want to watch the agency with Richard Gere and who's the guy? He's so good. He used to go to the Stand a lot.
I've never heard. I don't know. I have no idea who's in it.
Well, the black guy.
Idris Elba?
No. He was.
Jeffrey Wright?
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright.
Oh, okay.
He's such a good actor. So, well, we had Showtime and Paramount. I said that right?
No, I like it. You're forming a new pathway, neural pathway.
Well, they have three. They own like Showtime, Paramount Plus. So we have Paramount Plus. We don't have Paramount.
Stop saying it now.
We don't have it, right? So I called Xfinity yesterday because we want to watch the show. And I have to pay extra for Showtime app now, which is another $12 a month. And she goes, I think you get like 300 new stations, something crazy. I go, we don't need all that. We just want to watch one show. Then I go, I can't watch Yellowstone because we don't have Paramount. We just have Paramount Plus. She goes, oh, if you want to get Paramount by itself, that's another $20 a month. So to get anything, you got to keep paying for all the different subdivisions of the division. Does that make sense to you? Like there's and then they branch
they're
off.
Bundled. Yes.
Yeah, they branch off into bundles. So the lady says,
I believe we have Showtime already on Hulu.
We used to have it.
No, I think it's on Hulu.
Oh, that's Hulu we have.
No,
we don't
Hulu,
have
Showtime is on Hulu. I'm gonna look.
She checked our what we have. Because you don't have Showtime. We used to.
No, but I have my own Hulu account that's not a part of that. It's not on TV.
No, but it would come on Xfinity.
No, it wouldn't.
Well, anyhow, through Hulu and Showtime, whatever you have, you still can't watch the show we wanted to watch. You have to have a separate thing. And the lady said, well, watch the show and then cancel it or something, Because it's not even Xfinity's app. It's a whole separate thing. They just provide the service for you for Paramount Plus, or Showtime. So I guess that show is that.
Well, thank you for that. That's good information to have. So,
I'm just saying that's why they can afford these big actors.
Right.
If everybody's paying that kind of money.
Right.
Didn't
we hear that Joe Rogan got paid $120 million?
I don't know. We didn't hear anything.
Oh my God, it's probably out there.
I don't know. I'm not speculating on anything that I don't know for sure. So we hear a lot of things, but who knows what's true or not true? So I wouldn't speak on something that I don't know is a fact. That's me.
Well, that's okay. That's the first time that you've ever decided not to speak on something that you don't know is a fact.
That's not true. That's
All
a
right,
fact.
Carry on.
Whatever.
Anyway, these gigantic numbers that they pay the stars to be in, I think 50 million. But it doesn't seem. I don't see how they're getting it back from them. It's almost like just like.
What do you mean how they're getting it back? Okay.
Well. Like Apple apparently doesn't make any money with its streaming service.
But they make money because they're Apple, so they're part of Apple.
Right. They just like having this.
It's part of Apple.
They like being in show business. They like Yeah.
No, they use it as a write-off for the money they're making on iPhones and everything
Don't
else.
say they use it as a write-off.
Yes, it's part of their
Stop.
Are you serious?
Oh, stop.
No, you stop. If it's part of their
I know, but it's like that's like a joke that people say when they don't know anything.
No, it's not. What you're saying is you look at their big business, and part of their business isn't making money, so they could.
Rich just recently learned how to say Paramount, and now he's giving us the inside scoop on
so
why
you're saying
Apple.
I don't know anything. So you're saying I don't know anything. What I do know is business.
Oh, that whenever he
business.
talks business, he has to blow his nose.
I do talk.
Whenever
business.
he uses his brain too much. Here we go.
Oh, really?
Please lean way over.
I do.
No, because now you can't see. Disgusting. All right. Well, thank you once again.
What?
We're coming to a close.
Oh, wow. This one flew by.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, listen.
We have a new podcast coming next year, 2025. We'll be doing
The Honeymooners.
The Honeymooners.
Do you like it? I like it.
Maybe. And, well, what anniversary is 20? Silver?
First of all, don't chew on your necklace as you're talking to me like you're,
What?
giving a lecture at a woman's meeting.
That's somebody giving a lecture. Guys, we really gotta start being a little more businessy, don't you think? Stop doing your husband's laundry.
Well, all the men on TV.
How is that?
All the men on TV do laundry now.
Oh, we did notice this when we were watching Paramount, that every commercial that came up is
either
and no
interracial.
women do housework anymore.
Or
it's all men.
And
It's like they're just
Every couple.
if you're racially ambiguous, you're going to be able to do a Tide commercial. Okay, get in there.
What do you mean?
Because it's like,
It's
and I
always-
don't say that to be, I want people who are racially ambiguous to get work. I'm not saying that. I'm not angry about it. I'm just saying it's like, it always feels so manipulative and.
Well, they're trying to be so woke
I
and
know.
politically correct.
I know. There's nothing authentic about it, I guess.
Oh, look at this
Like
couple. The couples we see would never be together.
I mean, the men are gay. All right.
What are you looking at?
I'm trying to find the anniversary.
Oh, okay. So this weekend I'm in Rochester, Comedy on Carlson. Next Friday night, I'm at the Funny Bone in Hartford. Go to richfoss.com for all my upcoming appearances. And
20th is China. So we'll call our podcast the China Podcast, but it'll be about.
no. No, because people think we're.
Oh my God.
All right, next week we'll discuss the drones that are flying all over. Psych. You're at Tiff's.
I'm at Tiff's on December 20th, I believe it is. I better look it up.
You better.
Please go. It is December 20th. Please get a ticket. Please gift your loved one a ticket for my show.
January, I think
I won't talk about him
January 8th.
that much.
I'll be on Gutfeld again, so tune in.
And then I'm doing something exciting the very
Very
beginning of
exciting.
next year, so we'll talk
Very
about that
exciting.
soon.
Exciting lives. Exciting wives.
All right. Cheers.
Peace out. Don't cheers, you're not European.
Oh, goodbye then.
Thank you.
I love you. My Wife Hates Me podcast, hosted and created by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane, produced by Nick Collette. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.
This jackass Jew. Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.